What if joy and happiness was never meant to be a reward, like something that you have to chase after or that you get someday after being good enough, someday after all these things that you've done in your life? But what if joy and happiness is the way forward, is the path? In today's video, I share how I shifted my perspective from getting approval, from gaining status, to actually following my joy and what you can do too. And thank you for joining me. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And currently, if you check in the dialog box below, you'll see that there is a freebie that you can snag up around getting connected into this body knowing, into your body awareness and your wisdom. And this PDF helps you really connect into different ways, like little tips and tricks, techniques that you can do to start getting connected into listening to that body knowing. Again, do check that out. It's in the dialog box below. For most of my life, and actually up until recently, I believed I had to prove myself. Like I had to prove even to me that I was worthy, that I was actually worthy of being here, that I'm not good enough, and that I have to prove to everyone that they'll like me. And so I would compare myself to others, like, how do I fit in here? What do I need to do to adjust to be part of this group and belong? And I needed to earn being better, being good enough. Like I had to chase after these things to prove to everyone else that, of course, I'm worthy of being here. Of course, I want to be accepted among the group, and yet I never felt that I was, because I had this belief in me that I don't have worth, that it's not intrinsic in me. And so I would do all these things to get validation and approval and looking outside of me for all the answers. So I was looking outside of me for the answers to approval, to validation, to be part of a group and belonging. What I didn't know, though, is that I could get all the answers within me, and all the answers come from me. So no one else can tell me that I'm happy, that I am loved, or what I enjoy. Like no one else can tell me those things. I have to find it from within. So I had to start actually looking within and finding what that happiness and joy was within me, like what really gave me my worth. And it was through following these things of joy. It wasn't through me looking outside of me to feel out and be and just be accepted. It was actually listening to what lights me up from within. And then I started learning about how my thoughts, my stories, and my beliefs all create my reality. Like, as I believe these things in my reality, I actually am bringing and manifesting, creating those things and seeing them through a perspective in myself. And when I saw that I am creating this reality around me, something suddenly clicked in me, that I keep trying to prove my worth, and I'm sending out that I don't believe I have anything, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, and the universe and all the people reflect that back to me, that I'm not worthy, that I'm not good enough. Like I keep proving that to myself through my own thoughts, that I am not good enough. And so rather than proving my worth, what then is my life about? Like, what then do I want in my life? And I spent the next 5, maybe even 10 years, I don't know how long I spent figuring out what my life was about then. It's not about chasing after good enough and going after these distant things that someday I will be happy. And all along, I've been guided to follow my joy. And that joy in me and what lights me up. All along, I was getting this information, guidance of like, follow what lights you up, follow your joy. And I was like, yeah, but how's that gonna do anything for me? It was learning to listen to the things in yourself that lights you up, that brings you that happiness and joy. And as you follow those things, then you start really clicking in. Oh, this is what actually makes me happy. This is what is bringing and lighting me up, and I get to live this way rather than living for the approval, living for the acceptance, chasing after these things that are maybe attainable, and once you attain them, you're still not happy. And learning to listen to that joy, those things that light you up. That's why right now I've started a series in my community, The Body Wisdom Way, which you can check out, links below. But this is where we're going to discover in each of us what joy and happiness really means. So it's again not chasing after those things outside of us. It's actually learning to really listen to these inner cues and the things inside of us. So again, do check that out. It's in the dialog box below. But what is something that you can do right now in this moment? And you can start by just asking your body, asking yourself, what feels joyful in my body? Does this feel joyful in my body right now, in me right now? Like just asking as you're doing something, as you're going about your day, does this feel joyful for me? Does this feel something that is lighting me up and really enjoying? So you're not seeking out of getting a logically correct answer. You're not worrying about others' expectations and not looking for the shoulds, I have tos, need tos, but does this bring me alive in the moment right now? And as you follow these inner joys, as you follow these signals of your body, your joy, my joy became my GPS. Like it became the path that I started to follow and continue to follow. And like my previous video, I mentioned joy is not selfish. It's actually filling up your cup. It's getting you into alignment. It's getting you into what is true and right in you. And it's your inner knowing saying, this is who you are. And this is what is true for you. So it's letting you know, it signals in you that it's like, this is what is right for you. You don't have to look for it outside of you. And my worth, I've discovered, was something that I never had to prove. It was something that I just needed to remember in myself, that it's like I am innately worthy, and it comes through me even more as I tap into this joy in myself. And joy was the way that I started to remember me, like really tap into, not just remember, but know who I am, like really know my value, my worth. And so if you've been trying to prove your worth to others, earn it, to be enough, maybe instead take a step and follow the smallest little spark of joy in you today. And remember that the energy that you're being, rather than being the one that is showing everyone that you're not enough, that you're not worthy, and that's being reflected back to you, you can actually start to be one of joy, of light, of aliveness. And again, that's then what's reflected back to you, and this starts to shape your reality, shaping it into being joy, into being aliveness. So creating that from the inside out. And again, joy isn't some reward, some far off goal that, and when I achieve this, I'll be happy, I'll be joyful, I'll have the things. It's actually the path, it's the way. And again, if you are curious to connect deeper within into your body wisdom, to follow the joy, do check out the links in the dialog box to the Body Wisdom Way. And I would be curious, do put in the comments if there's things that you are curious to learn more about with your body wisdom, with your intuition. I'd love to create more videos for you guys. And as always, if you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.